Grand Rising, everyone. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Welcome in to day 2 of my healing journey, recovery journey, rather. Um, so, as you guys have seen by the thumbnail, this is day 2 of my um, self regiment care treatment that I'm giving to myself after being sick for about a week. Taking in this couple of days this week to really just give my body some care and attention, um, to help speed up the recovery in my healing process. So yesterday I went to one of my favorite locations, and I did some grounding outside in nature. And today I'm just relaxing here at the beach, not at the beach but at the lake. Really just giving my body some R&R. You know that I love being out at the lake. I'm going to show you guys what beautiful scenery I am partaking in this morning. It's absolutely beautiful. I am feeling so much better just by being out here in nature and just taking it easy. Any other day, I would be out here speed walking and jogging. But because I know that my body needs this nurturing and I'm still a little weak, I know just by being out here and really just taking it easy and all of that stuff is really helping in the aid to my recovery. So, God, just to give you a little backdrop of what happened a week or so, maybe almost a week and a half ago, I was out doing some outdoor work with a relative, helping her with a project, and by the fourth day of that project, I was severely dehydrated. And I think I also had a little bit of food contamination, but mostly severe dehydration. And the fourth day, my body literally shut down on me where I could not walk, I could not eat, I could not get out of the bed. I was should have went to the emergency room, but I just really just nurtured my body and just you know uh, my husband and myself prayed over my body, and I just really just know I needed to be just letting it just recover and heal on its own. And so Saturday was really the first day that I really felt strong enough to get up and just, kind of get my blood to circulate and get in my body to circulate and all of that. So I knew that I had an event with my business that was coming up this weekend, and I really needed to just give myself some TLC and some nurturing, because I want my head to be in the game for this event that I have to do this weekend. So I know that these next couple of days I wanted to just do all the things that I'm accustomed to doing, but I'm just dialing it back, like the grounding, sitting out in nature, really just getting my muscles and all of that stuff changed to recover and to just let my body just naturally heal on its own. And I think tomorrow I'm either going to go to Hot Works to do a sauna treatment, as well as maybe this afternoon or tomorrow as well do a jacuzzi hot tub relaxation, so my muscles can just recover and just enjoy the water and all of that, try to pull some of these toxins and all of that stuff out of my pores. So welcome in, guys. If this is your very first time visiting with me, welcome. If you're a return visitor, welcome back as well, guys. I'm so happy to have you a part of this growing community. So don't forget to double tap the screen. Hello to everyone in the chat. I'm sorry I can't see without my glasses. It is early morning here and the sun is out. But welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for tapping in to say hello. I really appreciate you guys so very much. And consider subscribing to the channel. So this is one of my favorite places. You guys know I have videotaped from here before, where this is a 2.5 mile area, lake where people kayak, they walk, you can zip line here, you can horseback ride here, you can rent bikes, you can rent electric scooters, you can kayak, whatever you want to do here at this park you can do. And what I love about this scenery in this place is that whatever view you are sitting or walking, you are literally surrounded by nothing but water. And you guys know the healing properties of water. Just for me, myself, just being near water, it's very aquatic, it's very healing, it's water holds memory. And so me just coming here today to just give myself some R&R is what I really needed to do. Again, I didn't really want to put a lot of stress on my body. I just wanted to just kind of, just gel into this healing. It'll be too much, I'll be stimulating myself too much. I don't feel like that. I'm at that place where I can get out here and speed walk and walk 4 miles as I'm accustomed to doing. So I just want to share that with you guys and just really encourage you guys when you are outdoors and you're working, you're exercising, you're doing whatever. Make sure that you are really you're hydrating yourself, that you are really taking all the necessary precautions, you know what I'm saying, to take care of yourself, and you're nurturing your body with the right food, the right fruits, and all of that stuff. So I want to share with you guys a download that I got last night while I was sleeping. But I'm going to show you some of this scenery where I'm at as well, which I really kind of knew. When you have an injury to your body, whether it's sports injury or maybe a car accident. But what was downloads that I was getting last night as I was asleep, that when our body go through these type of events, that they really have a negative trauma effect. I didn't know, all these things happen, even with pregnancy. It was just sharing me that these things are considered trauma effects when our body goes through sickness, or again, maybe you have a sports injury or a car incident. All of these things are considered trauma. And I think a lot of us really just, myself, I can only speak for myself, I really just didn't look at it like that, that your body really takes a hit. It really goes through something when your body is going through dehydration or any type of recovering process. Is trauma. And I never ever looked at it like that. And I was just like, huh. And as I was just engulfed in my dream, it was just so many things that was coming to me. It was giving me all of these different types. Example, having a baby is trauma. It brought me back to when I had my first son. And I really didn't look at it as trauma. I just knew I was, in labor, and all of that stuff that we go through as women and having a baby. But when the Most High brought it back to my memory that it was absolutely trauma, it put me back in that time and space that when I was in delivery, I couldn't, right in the middle of delivery, I couldn't push my baby out. So they had to use forceps. So if you don't know what forceps is, go and look that up. They had to use forceps to pull my son out because I was only able to push him out so far. And I just couldn't do it anymore. So they had to use these tools, these big old giant tools called forceps, to help aid me in pushing and pulling him out of me. And I never ever really looked at it like, in that aspect that it was trauma. So I think a lot of time when we have these injuries, or we are having all of these different things that happen to our body, whether we overstimulate in our bodies, with work. That was another thing that was coming in my spirit. That was trauma. Being in these high end jobs where you're overstimulated, or it's a lot of different variables that's around these jobs that are stressful. Those things are considered trauma, that we are putting on our body, or that our body is going through. So I was just like, when that download was coming to me, I just really, just wanted to share that with you guys. It's a beautiful butterfly right in front of me. I just really wanted to share that because I myself personally never ever just looked at it like that, our body, all of these different things that happen is trauma. And we have to really give ourselves permission and care to kind of nurture our bodies back, in the right manner, taking care of it, soothing it, taking time to do whatever necessary regimens that you need to do to make sure that it is operating or is at its full occupancy, where it's not gonna conk out on you. Because when I tell you that my body shut down on me, guys, and I had never ever experienced in this aspect before. I had never been severely dehydrated. I've been dehydrated before, but never like this. And I knew that I should have went to the emergency room, but again, I just couldn't get out of bed. I just knew that I just needed to naturally let it take its course. And I had my husband there to help me, and I was resting a lot, and I was doing all the things, but I just want to encourage you guys that to really look at it like that all of these things, being in a high induced environment with work is trauma to our body. Going through physical, emotional, or things, in our relationship or with our family members. All of these things are trauma to our body, not only to our body, but our mental psyche, our physical psyche, our emotional psyche, and all of that stuff. So I just really know that I needed to self-love myself this week, that I really needed to be gentle with myself and give myself permission to relax, not overstimulate myself, not push myself, not do anything more strenuous that I'm accustomed to doing, but just really just being okay to be okay to relax and take it easy. And because I'm really busy and I have a lot of things going on. And none of us could be in a position where we're out of commission for a week or a week and a half or two, especially if it's our body. We use our bodies and our hands, all of those things as tools for our financial makeup. You know what I'm saying? But I know that this experience, I'm not glad that it happened, but I know, in looking at it in hindsight, that I needed the rest. And if you don't listen to your body, those red flags, those signs is telling you, hey, ma'am, sir, you need to pull back. You need to, you know what I'm saying? You need to will it in a little bit, because if you don't take care of me, then I'm just going to shut you down, and however that may look or feel. So when our body is giving us these red flags and these different things to telling us to slow down, take a breath, relax, because if you don't, it would take matters into its own hands. And that's exactly what my body did to me. It took matters into its own hand because I was just pushing myself, pushing myself. I wanted to help my relative to finish this project, and this is in a dead heat in the afternoon, and it wasn't like an hour or two. These 3 and 4 hours, and we was putting it in. You know what I'm saying? And by the second day, I knew, because even in all the heat, I felt wobbly. I felt off. I felt, that I wasn't putting enough fluid in my body. You know what I'm saying? And the fourth day, it was like, okay, I tried to tell you, you was hard-headed, you didn't listen. Now I'm going to force you to take care of yourself. I'm going to force you to realize the signs and recognize the signs in the situation before you overdo it, where you push yourself to the point of no return. So guys, yeah, really, really just listen to your body. Take care of your body. I am going to go and get a sauna. I'm going to go to hot wax and get in the sauna. I really feel like my muscles are still really tense and tight. And if I get up too quickly, I still feel a little off balance. You know what I'm saying? So I know that I'm still in the recovering phase. So today I just wanted to come to the lake. I wanted to be near this water. I wanted to look at the water. I have on my sun hat and my glasses and all of that good stuff. And of course, I have my lemon water. And you guys have seen on some of my videos these big old uh, benches or chairs that 3 or 4 people can get in and lay on. And I'm going to do that after I finish this video. But let me just show you guys, for some of you who have not seen any of my videos where I come here to the lake and relax, this is a 360 view. When I tell you this is the most serene place, if you wanted to just quiet your mind, your thoughts, if you want to come here to meditate, if you wanted to shoot hooky, if I was working, I would call it to work every day just to come here to be on this lake and to just be a part of this environment and everything that it's giving you. I would call in to work at least 3 or 4 days a week, just to get out here and to be on the lake in this water. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm working with out here. I'm going to show you this lake. This is the lake, guys. So now just imagine 300-degree panorama view of this lake from any direction that you are walking in. You see how peaceful and how serene it is. And when I was recording, a couple of weeks ago, before the kids went back to school, you guys saw that people was out here kayaking, running, walking, doing all the kinds of stuff. So this is what's really, really going on out here. Excuse me, guys, I'm not trying to invade your privacy, but there's a lovely couple out here as well. So this is the type of environment that I like to put myself in. I like to be near all of this water, soaking up all of this energy, soaking up these, vibration and these frequencies that the water is giving off, the sky is giving off, the sun is giving off. So this is how beautiful you see that all of these beautiful trees. So you can just see why I would skip work and come here and shoot hooky. You see the little turtle right there. I don't know if you can see this little turtle right there that's picking his little head. But this is how beautiful and serene this place is, and why I'm here today to just relax and to just enjoy and just soak up all of this loveliness. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, guys, if you coming in, double tap that screen for your girl, show your girl some love for this beautiful scenery. Thumbs up the video if you haven't already. I appreciate it so much. And consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. So yeah, guys, this is how beautiful. And I'm not even, on the other side. Again, if you go back and look at some of the other videos of where I walk and I show you the whole perimeter of this lake, it's drop gorgeous, right? It is absolutely gorgeous. So, these are these big, gigantic lounge benches that I'm telling you that I sit on or lay on. So regardless of where part of the lake that you are walking on or that you're sitting on, they have these benches in the corners. And you can just, bring your beverage or a snack and your blanket. And you can just, you know what I'm saying, sit out here or lay out here. It's how big they are. Look how huge that is. So you can just come out here, and this bench, maybe 2 or 3 people can sit under this bench. And just, you know what I'm saying? This is like, who would not want to use this backdrop as a recovery scene, and helping aid and, rejuvenate and give your body the nourishment and the nutrients and all that stuff that it needs. And you guys, for some of you guys who are not nature bugs and who's not tapped into this type of deal that I'm on, I mean, you really have to really just love nature to really just grasp and understand why I love coming here and what, all the healing properties and benefits that nature, just being out in nature, near water. So you really have to really just be tapped in on that, on that level where you get what I'm saying and you understand, this nature stuff and why is it so important, for those that are nature bugs like me to incorporate this into our daily lives or, our schedule throughout the week. But yeah, guys, I wanted to just show you guys this for those that have not seen any of the videos where I walk on this trail or, even jog. So I just wanted to show you guys and give you a view of why I say that I was absolutely calling to work if I had a job. If I had a job working for a man, this is what I'd be doing. He'd be getting, a notification every other day that I can't make it to work. But because I am my own entrepreneur, I am able to take advantage of this opportunity. So, yeah, guys, I want to show you what I was working with out here, what I was enjoying, rather, out here in nature, so that you can see why today is going to be a relaxing day. And I'm just going to, do some stretches as well. While I'm here, I'm going to do some stretching and some deep breathing techniques, you know what I'm saying? Just really, because what's really important to me, what I'm feeling in my body, is that because I say I know it's still in recovery mode. And if you know your body, you know your body, right? You know your body. So I know that it's still a little weak. If I get up too quickly, I can feel it. So yeah, this is what I'm doing, guys, the next couple of days. Just really just loving my body, just loving myself and giving myself permission and really being intentional about all the different regiments that I'm adding or that I'm, doing, in my recovery. I believe, being in that sauna or going to the sauna is going to help, open up my pores and pull some of the toxins out of my pores, as well as help relax my muscles, help to rejuvenate my muscles, strengthen my muscles, as well as, getting into the jacuzzi, having all those bubbles and the heat to just stimulate your muscles and all of that type of stuff, because I really, again, got to have my head in the game for I'm an event. I do event planning, so that I have an event, a baby shower to do this weekend. So I really got to have my head in the game for the decoration that I have to do and all that stuff. I am also going to incorporate in my healing regimen. I'm going to go and do um, a, a deep tissue massage. I'm going to go to make an appointment to go to a salon, a massage salon, or a therapy clinic to get a deep tissue massage, and I think that would help. And I would do that at the end of the week after I incorporated all of this other stuff. So yeah, guys, I just want to jump on here right quick and to share with you my experience. It had been a week, um, a little over a week since I had done a video. I was doing them so consistently for over 30 days. But then my body just said, girl, you play too much. So you did all that extra stuff that you want, that you didn't take precautions. So I'm going to make you rest for a minute. And then, before that event happened or that project, I was going, doing, with other things before I undertook that project with my family member. So I was doing a lot even before that, and I wasn't taking really the breaks in between even then. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just make sure that you give yourself permission and you carve out time and you cultivate time to, self-care. Give yourself some self-care love for your body, your mental, your spiritual, all of that stuff. And when you need to take a break, take a break. Whatever it is that you think you need to do or you need to get done, just really trying to find a balance in doing all the things that we as mothers and wives and going to work and entrepreneur and all that stuff, just really find a balance and, coordinate time where you can get all of these things done without putting your body, your mental in jeopardy. You know what I mean? So yeah, guys, with that being said, thank you so much for tapping in, for dropping by, saying hello. Hi to everyone in the chat. I do not have my glasses on to recognize you, but I will on the playback. Thank you so very much to all of you guys that is always tapping in. Even if you don't stay long, you tap in and say hello. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the love and the support and the encouragement and all that good stuff. And I'm going to go ahead because I'm not going to be out here long at this place, and I'm going to give myself maybe 30 minutes to just soak up some of this sunshine and sun gaze, and to just relax and close my eyes out here on this water and all of that stuff. But I want to bring you or share with you my day 2 of my recovery journey. So with that being said, guys, you know my motto. Remember to always protect your energy. It's getting hot. I'm starting to sweat now. But remember, guys, to always protect your energy, take care of yourself, take care of your mental, your emotion, your physical. Cultivate time to give yourself some self-care love, whatever that looks and feel like to you. Don't overdo it, don't overexert yourself, overstimulate yourself, and all of that stuff. You only have one body. Take care of that body, right? Because if you don't, it's going to force you to. So take care of your body. It's the only body, the only house we have to live in. And it depends on us to nourish it, with the right foods, and to hydrate it, the way that we're supposed to hydrate it. So take care of your body, take care of yourself, and remember, guys, to always protect your energy with love and light. This is Goddess of Color, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until next time, family, peace and love.